Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. Of course, this is being recorded prior to Purim itself. It's actually Yud Gimel Adar, which is, of course, Tanis Esther. And one of the Tanesim, not Tanis Esther, that we fast, is due to an event that took place in this week's Sedra, which has some connection with the upcoming Yom Tov of Purim, as I'm recording this, as I said, on the day of Tanis Esther. The Pasuk in Ki Sisa tells us that we know about the advent of the Egel, that after the Klal Yisrael left Mitzrayim and Moshe went up on the mountain and was there for 40 days and 40 nights, the Pasuk tells us that the Jewish people, after Moshe not coming down, thought that he was gone, and so they made an Egel. They made a golden calf. And Hashem says to Moshe, Vayedaber Hashem Moshe, and he said, Lech reid ki shichei samcha, go down, because your nation has acted destructive in such a way. Soru maher, they went quickly away from the path that I have taught them, and they made for them an egel masecha, a molten image of a golden calf, and go down, and I'm going to destroy them. And of course, we know that Moshe davens on behalf of the Jews. Interestingly enough, when Moshe comes to the mountain and he sees what's going on, the pasuk says, "Vayehi kasher karav Moshe el hamachane," and it was when Moshe came close to the camp, Vayar es ha'egel umacholos, and he saw the golden calf and the dancing. Vayichar af Moshe. Moshe got extremely angry. Vayashlech miyodo es haluchos, and he threw down the luchos from his hands. Vayeshaber osam tachas hahor, and he broke them under the mountain. So the Seforno asks the interesting question. Of course, he doesn't ask it right out, but it's begged by his answer. Didn't Hashem tell him that the Jews had acted improperly? Didn't Hashem tell him that they had made a golden calf and gone away from the teachings of Hashem? Why did he wait until he actually saw the golden calf and the dancing that he broke the luchos? And the Seforno answers so beautifully. And he says, it wasn't that he didn't believe that the Jewish people had worshipped the golden calf. He knew that because Hashem told him. But in his mind's eye, he couldn't accept the idea that they would dance over doing such a terrible act. When he saw them dancing with mecholos, he said to himself, is it possible for these people ever to return to the pure level that they were before? Could they ever return back and do a full tshuva if they're dancing over worshiping of the golden calf? And that's when he got angry and he broke the luchos. Simcha is reserved for good things. When a person has unbridled joy, it's reserved for the positive events in our lives. As we say in the Megillah, La Yehudim Haysa Ora V'Simcha. To the Jews there was light and joy. And the joy, of course, comes from the Shalosh Regalim. Now, in the Shalosh Regalim, when we dance around on Simchas Torah, when we come and say Hallel, we're dancing around the bima, around the centerpiece, where Hashem is the focal point, because that's the simcha of the Jewish people, not the simcha of idols, of golden calves, of other things. So when Moshe saw the joy that they had, he said, this joy is misplaced. Real joy, real simcha, is the kind of simcha that comes from Purim. The simcha that comes from a kimu v'kiblu haYehudim, that which the Jewish people accepted because they saw the hand of God not only in their own personal lives, but also in the lives of history that is their lot. And consequently, the simcha that we need to have is a simcha that Moshe Rabbeinu can recognize is done for the purpose of a mitzvah. Simcha shel mitzvah. And isn't it interesting that when there's a simcha shel mitzvah, there's a full acceptance of the giving of the Torah, of the uniqueness of the Jewish people in accepting the Torah back then at Har Sinai, and once again 1,000 years later at the time of Purim, and to this day. What is it that makes us unique as a people? It is the loyalty to the principles, the teachings, the observance of our Torah. And that's the kind of simcha that the Seforno says we should have when we're doing a mitzvah. And Moshe himself could never accept that we would have such simcha by doing something so wayward and so far away from the path that we belong on. So now we have an opportunity to reverse that concept and to put our simcha to work for all the positive elements of our lives as part of Klal Yisrael. I want to wish everyone a wonderful Simchas Purim, a wonderful Shushan Purim, a wonderful Shabbos. And Yirtzeh Hashem, we'll see you all in a short time, and thank you all for the beautiful wishes on the Simcha that we are here celebrating right now in Eretz Yisrael, Yerushalayim and its environs, the part of Klal Yisrael that really brings Simcha to each and every one of us. Have a wonderful Shabbos.